Coming up on Crossfire Collectibles, the Indiana Jones Adventure Series, Raiders of the Lost Ark Indie. Stick around. What's up and welcome to Crossfire Collectibles. Today's video will be unboxing and reviewing the Indiana Jones Adventure Series Raiders of the Lost Ark indie figure from Hasbro. So, my first indie figure, well, not my first one, I had a bunch of them when I was a kid, but we got Indiana Jones from the new wave of the 6-inch figures from Hasbro. I was kind of stoked. This was really the only one I wanted to pick up. I thought about the deluxe version, but I really wasn't into it, so I waited it out. I missed him. I didn't get the chance to pre-order him. I was still debating, but Entertainment Earth happened to get him, and I added him to my cart and got him along with a couple other things, so pretty happy for that. Anyways, so this is wave 1. Here you have the front box art, build an artifact, Indiana Jones, Raiders of the Lost Ark. Flip to the side. You can see the other figures that are in this wave. You get each of them. You can build the Ark of the Covenant. Flip around to the back. Shot of Indy right here. Again with all his accessories. Says he stands at 6.3 inches tall. To the side. Some more nice box art. Just kind of moves around onto this side. Bottom. So you can see nothing at the top. And let's go ahead and pop him open. But first, if you're new to the channel, please be sure to like, share, and subscribe for future content. So we'll break out the trusty dusty kniff, and we're gonna get to it. So I'm kind of excited. I did want to get one of these just to have them. You know, it's Indiana Jones, man. Why not? And I'll put them somewhere. Probably mix them in with Joe's or something. But pretty excited. I want to see what all it's about. Not going to go making no diorama or nothing, but you got some crap. Alright. So got the indie figure. Different type of little cardboard dungeon here. Build an artifact. Got all that stuff. Now let's see, how do we get this out? Just kind of fold that in. Pull that up. We'll open this first. This is the accessories, and like the G.I. Joe stuff, this is Indiana Jones baggie. See, South America. It has like a globe, like you know the scenes in Indiana Jones when he's flying, and it shows the map and the red line moving across it. Pretty cool. Neat. We'll go ahead and go over the accessories first, and then we'll get to the figure. Seems like there's quite a few in here. That's good. All right, first we'll start with the build a artifact pieces. And here you have these two, I guess angels, whatever they are. You know, the top pieces of the ark that are facing each other like this. That sit on it. So that's neat. I'm not going to get all of them, so I have no use for the ark or these. Still cool to have. Next up is a little pistol. Very small revolver. This is like really small. Could be like a small 32 or something. But all black. Not even a space big enough to put a blast effect if it had a hole at the end of the barrel, but it doesn't. Still pretty neat. He's got a pair of whips, and the first one will be the tied up version that he'll be hanging off of his belt. I'm not sure what we're going to do yet, but I think I have an idea, so we'll see how it goes. This is like a reddish brown in color. Does not come apart. And next up you have a lashed out whip. So same color, it's just not wrapped up. It's unraveled, so he'd be swinging around. That's pretty cool. I believe the deluxe edition did not come with a whip, so that's a plus for this one. All right, next up, he's got some hands here, so we'll go over. He's got two pairs here, so we'll go over this first pair. So here's the left hand. It's kind of a open hand, you know. I guess the same one that's on the box right there. But just open, have him hold some stuff, or maybe just gripping something. Next hand will be a grip hand with thumb up, and I believe this is also the hand he has on the box art right there. You got the thumb up, and as you can see, he's holding the whip. So we'll check out the grip and slide that in just to get an idea. I don't know what hands are on him yet, so we'll be seeing that when we get to the figure. Have to pop that on. There that is. Pretty neat. Looks good. Holes in the back of these, so I'm assuming there's a peg on his wrist itself for both of these hands. And second pair of hands are clenched fist hands. A left and a right, both clenched, ready to fight. It's kind of funny, no hinged pegs on the wrist. Looks like the pegs are going to be on the forearms coming off of the figure. Here they are. All right, and the last accessory, we have the idol. Nice shiny gold color. Doesn't look like real gold in person, but it kind of gives it that effect on the camera. Cool. I definitely have an idea what I'm gonna do for this stance, for this pose I'm gonna put him in. But neat. So we got that. And let's get to the figure. The figure is also wrapped in the matte paper bagging. And pulling him right out, he's all kinds of jacked up. But here he is. Cool, man. Promising. The one thing I don't like is that the hats don't come off. If it did, that'd be awesome. Take his hat, flip it up some. But no, it's okay. I'll work with him. Alright, so get an idea, look at the face. Pretty good detail. Doesn't look as good as some of the Star Wars figures portraits look for Harrison Ford, but this is pretty good. I think the one that's on the box actually looks better. The figure's okay, it'll work. Anyways, head is on a ball joint. We can do a full 360. It doesn't look like, or does it? Yeah, that neck will move. Okay, so you can go down that far and up that far, not much at all. The brim of the hat is nice and thin and flimsy. Come around to the jacket, you can see underneath those butterfly joints in his shoulders are exposed underneath of the jacket, so it does have that in each arm. Looks like the shirt kind of ends right where the arms are. The jacket main overall piece is one single piece right here. He does have this satchel that comes around, and it looks like if you were to remove the jacket, you can remove that satchel if you don't want that hanging on him or not. So that's cool. All right, arms can rotate full 360. They can come out this far. They can also revolve that way. Looks like there's only single jointed pinless elbows. And you come right up to the hands. Of course, you look inside, and there is a peg. No hinge though. So here's the hand you have on this, which is of course a trigger hand. You can see the trigger finger and the grip that he has. I'll put that back up. Move over to the left arm, and he has an open hand, which is perfect. That's what I was hoping for. And I want to use that one for the idol. So we'll hold this some way. See how it works. Too bad there's not a little piece in there that would actually allow him to hold it better, but I'll figure it out. I'll make it work. So something like that. I'll come back to that. All right, moving down. Looks like no ab crunch whatsoever, but there is some waist movement. He does have a side-to-side swivel. He can actually rotate a full 360 around the waist. He can move forward that far and back that far. Come down to the legs. There's no drop leg feature, but legs can come out that far. They can come to the side that far, not that great. And they can't really go back that far at all. There is thigh rotation. And there's, looks like single jointed pinless knees. And move down to the foot. And you have a side-to-side rotation and an ankle pivot. It can come down that far on the peg, the hinge, and up that far. All right, so that's your Indiana Jones. I'll give him a nice look over from the back and back around to the front. All right, now I'm gonna go ahead and gear him up. So I'm gonna go ahead and put his pistol in his holster. So as we mess with that, you can see you can pull this piece down, and it does have a little peg that you plug into the top of that holster to hold it together. Just take the pistol, slide it on in like that. I think I should go in a little bit more. Pull that top down, bring that bottom strap back up, and go and plug that pin in to try to hold it. These things are so flimsy and it doesn't want to pop through, but I'll get it. There we go. All right, so that's good. Also looks like this is a separate piece. So I can't, no, it's not attached. It's just really tight right underneath the belt on his waist. All right, so coming over here, you can see there's another strap and a small hole that this can plug into. And I'm assuming that is for his whip. So go ahead and take this, bring that around, and see if we can get this plugged in without any trouble, but I don't know. It doesn't look promising, but we'll see. All right, so give me a moment. I'm gonna go ahead and mess with this and see if I can get it in there. All right, so I got it. Basically, I flipped the whip around the other way. I pulled out the trusty dusty and just actually stuck it behind the belt here to give it, you know, a little stability, and carefully took my thumb and plugged that in right there. It doesn't feel like it's a tight fit, but it is holding, so that's cool. All right, so this hand, I think I'm going to switch to the fist hand for this, because it's just an idea I have what I'm going to try to work with and see what I can do. But I'm getting that hand plugged on. Almost like he's going to knock somebody out. And we'll pop that idle back in his hand. Okay. See if we can get a snug fit on it. Like, oh, that's mine. But yeah. All right. So we're going to go ahead and throw him on the turntable, and we'll give you some final thoughts. Be sure to check out our previous videos. A link will always be pinned in the comments. All right. So here is the Indiana Jones Adventure Series, Raiders of the Lost Ark, Indiana Jones Wave 1 figure. Build an artifact, Ark of the Covenant, in hand, from Hasbro. Cool. Very nice figure. I think the detail on the actual figure itself is amazing. Even on the face, even though it doesn't resemble Harrison Ford as much as I'd like it to, it still looks phenomenal. The weathering that they did in it with the paint, that's just fantastic, especially on the brown leather jacket and the actual fedora. The pants, they have a little dirt on them. You can see his shoes have some scuffs. It's all over nice. I think they could have put a little more detail into the whips, but they'll do. The idol, it looks good. Just a mini copy, you know, he's pretty neat. I don't need the whole, you know, setup with the deluxe set, because I actually prefer him holding it, maybe running from the giant boulder that's coming after him. I wouldn't mind having the Ark, but, you know, I really got no need for it. I don't plan on collecting every figure that this line comes out with. I mainly just wanted an indie and this is the choice I went with. I just think he's cool. For a quick size comparison, I'm going to bring out a couple figures just to stand them back to back so you guys can see. And first, we're going to bring out Marvel Legends X-Force Deadpool. So we'll go ahead and stand them back to back so you guys can get an idea. If you look at the height advantage on Deadpool, he stands a bit taller than Indy does. So that works out. Let him come back around and we'll bring out the next figure. Get him off to the side. We will bring out the Star Wars, the Black Series, Darth Revan. And once again, we will put him back to back. For this one, you can see Revan, he has a more wider stance than Indy has. So Revan is also obviously going to be shorter. The Revan figure, of course, is not as tall as the Indiana Jones figure. Revan figure is more around maybe 5.10 to 6-inch figure. But it fits in there, it works, he looks good, so yeah. And we'll get him out of there. And next, we will bring in the G.I. Joe Classified Series Steel Core Male Trooper. We'll stand them back to back. So as you can see, they are standing pretty back to back. The Steel Core and Indy look to be the same height. However, Indy's fedora does stand up a bit more and allows the figure to actually stand taller than the G.I. Joe Classified figure. And then we'll get him out of here. And there's your size comparisons. So yeah, I'm happy with him. I think he's great. The overall detail and quality in him, he looks pretty good. I think they could have done a few more things to make it a little better, but yeah, I can't complain too much. Great figure. If you don't have one, you want one, pick one up. They have a different Jones, actually several different for each film. So go ahead and pick the one you like, and you can go with the younger Indy, as I went with here, or the older Indy, you know, from the new Dial of Destiny movie. But yeah, so that's going to do it for this one. I hope you guys enjoyed what you saw. If you did, please, like always, leave that giant thumbs up, subscribe, tickle that bell so you're notified when we post future videos. Be sure to follow us on social media, and we will see you in the next one. Peace.